Imagine this. You're thousands of feet in the air, the vast blue of the West Philippine Sea stretching out below you. Suddenly, out of nowhere, another aircraft barrels towards you, closing the gap until it's just meters away. Your plane shakes violently. This isn't a movie scene. This was the terrifying reality for a Philippine patrol crew on November 11, 2025. Over Scarborough Shoal, a Chinese Z-9 helicopter came within a mere 3 meters of their aircraft, a move so reckless it almost caused a catastrophic mid-air collision. This incident is far more than just a close call. It's one of the most dangerous flashpoints we've seen this year, and it reveals a chilling new level of intimidation in our own waters. Today, we're going to break down exactly what happened during this terrifying encounter, explore why China is escalating its tactics to this extreme, and discuss the urgent implications for the Philippines' security and the future of the entire region. Stick with me, because what's happening in the skies above our seas affects us all. Let's set the scene. It's November 11th, a routine day for the Philippine Coast Guard conducting a maritime patrol over Scarborough Shoal, or Bayo de Masinloc, which is well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Their mission is simple: observe and report. But the day takes a sharp turn when a People's Liberation Army Navy helicopter, a Z-9, appears on the horizon. It's not unusual to see Chinese assets in the area, but what happened next was anything but normal. The Z-9 helicopter began aggressive maneuvers, flying directly into the path of the Philippine aircraft. According to official reports, the helicopter closed the distance to an astonishing 3 meters. 3 meters. That's about the length of a small car. At that proximity, the powerful rotor washed from the Z-9 created intense turbulence, violently shaking the Philippine plane. The Filipino pilots were forced to take immediate evasive action to avoid a disastrous collision. This wasn't a simple flyby. It was a deliberate, unsafe, and incredibly provocative act of aerial intimidation. Now, you might be wondering, why would they do this? Why risk a major international incident and the lives of both crews? The answer lies in a pattern of escalating aggression. For years, we've seen Chinese vessels use water cannons, ramming tactics, and dangerous blockades against our fishermen and Coast Guard. But this aerial buzzing takes it to a whole new level. It's a psychological game. By flying so dangerously close, they are sending a clear message. This is our territory, and we can operate with impunity even in the air. It's designed to instill fear, to disrupt Philippine patrols, and to force our forces to back down without firing a single shot. This is what experts call gray zone tactics actions that are hostile and aggressive but fall just short of an act of war. They're testing our resolve, pushing the boundaries to see how far they can go before we react. This incident at Scarborough Shoal isn't an isolated event. It's a calculated piece of a much larger strategy to assert control over the entire West Philippine Sea. Think about the pilots in that cockpit for a moment. They're serving their country, flying a mission to protect our waters. And suddenly, they're in a life-or-death situation, not because of an accident or equipment failure, but because of a deliberate act of hostility. Their training and professionalism were the only things that prevented a tragedy, but it highlights a critical vulnerability. This incident is a massive wake-up call for the armed forces of the Philippines' modernization program. For too long, our air and naval capabilities have been playing catch-up. While we've made progress, events like this show that the stakes are getting higher and the need for more advanced, capable, and numerous assets is more urgent than ever. We need aircraft with better sensors to detect threats from farther away, and we need the numbers to maintain a consistent presence. This isn't just about buying new toys. It's about giving our brave service members the tools they need to do their jobs safely and effectively, and to create a credible deterrent that tells bullies they can't just push us around. But this incident isn't just a military issue. It's a major threat to international air safety. There are established rules and norms for how aircraft should behave in international airspace. Known as the rules of the air, These are designed to prevent accidents. What the Chinese Z-9 helicopter did was a flagrant violation of these safety protocols. Imagine if this kind of reckless behavior becomes the new normal. The skies over the West Philippine Sea, a critical international trade route, would become a danger zone, not just for military aircraft, but potentially for civilian airliners as well. The Philippines has already lodged a strong diplomatic protest, but it's crucial that the international community, especially aviation authorities, condemns these actions. This isn't a dispute between two countries. It's a threat to the safety and order of the global commons. We need to hold nations accountable for reckless behavior that endangers lives regardless of their military might. So, where do we go from here? The path forward is challenging, but not without hope. First, diplomacy remains key. We must continue to use every available channel to protest these actions and rally support from our allies. The footage and reports from this incident are powerful evidence that we can share with the world to expose this pattern of aggression. Countries like the United States, Japan, Australia, and our ASEAN neighbors have a vested interest in maintaining freedom of navigation and overflight, and their support is crucial. Second, we must accelerate our own defense upgrades. A stronger, more modern AFP isn't for waging war. It's for preventing it. It's about building what's called a credible minimum defense posture, ensuring we can adequately protect our own territory and sovereignty. And third, and perhaps most importantly, is national unity. As Filipinos, we need to be united and informed on this issue. This isn't about politics. It's about our national dignity and our future. Our collective voice, demanding that our rights be respected and our territory be protected, is our most powerful asset. The courage of those pilots in the air needs to be matched by our own courage and resolve on the ground. This near collision over Scarborough Shoal is a stark reminder of the fragile security situation. In the West Philippine Sea, it was a moment that could have changed everything. It's a story of bravery in the face of aggression, but it's also a warning. The challenges we face are immense, from military intimidation to threats against our sovereign rights. The safety of our people and the security of our nation depend on how we respond, not with aggression, but with strength, unity, and a clear-eyed resolve. The actions of that PLA helicopter were designed to intimidate, but they should also serve to inspire us to stand firm in defending what is rightfully ours. If this story matters to you and you want to stay informed on the critical issues affecting the Philippines, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We break down complex topics like this every week to give you the clear, unfiltered truth. Your support allows us to continue this mission. Let me know in the comments what you think the Philippines' next move should be.